Welcome. We are going to take a look at question 8 from the January paper 2020. Alright, the question says solve the pair of simultaneous equations. Now this is what we call, the first equation is a quadratic equation because it has a term squared, and the second is a linear equation. So the method of doing this is to substitute one equation or one variable into the other equation. So if you notice, the first equation reads y squared plus 2y is equal to plus 2y plus 11 is equal to x, and x is equal to 5 minus 3y. So we're just going to equate both equations since both of them is equal to x. So we're going to say y squared plus 2y plus 11 is equal to 5 minus 3y. Taking everything over to the left, we get y squared. This becomes plus 5y because the 3y comes over as positive, and this is plus 6 is equal to 0. Now to factorize this, we write our two brackets. Y squared, you must have a y in one bracket and a y in the other bracket. These two terms are positive, therefore both brackets must have positive signs in them. And the factor of 6 that has to give you a factor of positive 6 that has to give you positive 5 must be positive 2 and positive 3. So from this, we get that y plus 2 is equal to 0, which implies that y is equal to negative 2. Or y plus 3 equal to 0, which gives us the other solution for y, that y is equal to negative 3. So we need to find the corresponding x values. So when y is equal to negative 2, we get that x is equal to 5 minus 3 times y, which is negative 2. This gives us 5 plus 6, which is equal to 11. And when y is equal to negative 3, x becomes 5 minus 3 times negative 3, which gives us 5 plus 9, which is 14. So the two pairs of solution are when x is equal to 11, y is equal to negative 2. And when x is equal to 14, y is equal to negative 3. So we have the two pairs of solution, so that answers the question. Moving on. The function f is defined as follows. F of x equals to 4x squared negative 8x negative 2. We have to express f of x in this form, ax squared plus a into x plus 8 all squared plus k. So this problem suggests that we use the method of completing the square. So let us proceed. F of x is equal to 4x squared negative 8x negative 2. What we do, group these two and factorize. So it is 4 into x minus x squared, minus 2x. And we have negative 2 there. So what we do next is to make this expression in this bracket here a perfect square. So we write the 4. We have a bracket here. This is x squared minus 2x, and the procedure is half of this negative 2, which gives us negative 1, and we square it. So we have plus 1. But if we add 1, we have to take away 1 to maintain the value. That we did not actually change the problem itself. Just rearrange it. So now this becomes 4 into, sorry, let me use the wing bracket first. X minus 1 all squared, that's why we did it. Minus 1 minus 2. Now we are going to remove the brackets. So it is 4 into x minus 1 all squared. Now this 4 multiplied by the 1 gives a negative 4, and we had a negative 2 there before. So this reduces to 4 into x minus 1 all squared minus 6, which is in the form of a into x plus h all squared plus k. So we have satisfied the criteria of the problem. Now they said to state the minimum value of f of x. So the expression is f of x is equal to 4 into x minus 1 all squared minus 6. Now, this part here, this section here will always be positive. It will always be positive. So this will be a minimum when this is 0. So it is a minimum when x minus 1, because anything you square must be positive. X minus 1 is equal to 0. That is when x is equal to 1. But when this is 0, the minimum value of f of x is equal to negative 6. Since this is always positive, if it is bigger than 0, the value of the function will be less, because you're always taking away 6. So for this to be at its lowest value, this must be 0, because it cannot be less than 0. This must be positive. So the lowest value it can have is when this part of the expression is 0. That's why the minimum value is when f of x is equal to negative 6. Okay? They ask you to determine the axis of symmetry. And if you remember your facts, the axis of symmetry is x equal to negative b over 2a. And from the original expression, which was 4x squared minus 8x minus 2, this is what was equal to f of x. from this, A is equal to 4, B is equal to negative 8. So x would be equal to negative 8 over 2 times 4. This is when x is equal to 1. And if you notice, the previous question, I actually worked it out already, because you could use this expression in bracket to find the axis of symmetry. Okay? Let's move on. This P time graph below, not drawn to scale, shows the 3-stage journey of a car over a period of 40 seconds. So this is the time on the x-axis and speed is on the y-axis. Okay. Determine the acceleration of the car for each of the following stages of the journey. Stage 2. Well, if you know, acceleration is a change in velocity. For stage 2, there is no change in the speed. The speed is always 12 meters per second. So therefore, the acceleration for stage 2 is equal to 0, because there is no change in the velocity. Okay? The gradient is 0 because it is flat. So we use the gradient also to determine the acceleration. Like the gradient of this stage 1 would be the slope of this line. Let us look at the next. We want to find the acceleration for stage 3. So in other words, we want to find the slope of this line here. Now this point here, we can use the point, this point here is the point 32, 12. And this point here is the point 40, 0. So therefore, the gradient of stage 3 is 12 minus 0 over 32 minus 40, which gives us 12 over negative 8. It gives us negative 3 over 2. Okay? And that result is in meters per second squared. That's acceleration. As a matter of fact, the negative sign shows that it is a deceleration. And if you notice from the graph, it is sloping downwards from left to right. So this would represent a deceleration. And in stage 1, this would represent an acceleration. Well, positive, which we want to say. And as we said before, stage 2, there's no acceleration. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember to indicate by choosing the option all on the notification.